Hi, this is Jeff Wellman from RapidCashMarketing.com. I'm here with another Rapid Cash Marketing Minute. Today we're going to be talking about content blog affiliate marketing again, but we're going to be talking about your content matters. Choose wisely from the very beginning. Plans for monetization require you to plan well and stick to your plan. We've been talking about building content sites to monetize. Once you get this going, you need to stick to your plan. So you need to choose wisely from the very beginning exactly what you're going to be doing. The hardest work is at the start. It's getting your blog set up, doing the technical things, getting your content ready. So, building up that traffic. So the hardest work is all at the beginning, so you need to plan carefully. Blogging gets easier once you have built momentum. Once you have momentum, it's hard to change direction. So once you get that momentum going, it's going to be hard for you to change direction. And the reason why is because your current audience may not like the change in direction and abandon you. If they like the way you're going and all of a sudden you change on them and they look at that and go, that's not what I don't want that, they're going to leave you. So be very careful when it comes to changing directions. Changing your mind later means a lot of time and a whole lot of pain, and generally changing your mind means starting over and rebuilding from scratch. And remember, we said the hardest work is at the start. This kind of marketing and stuff, when you just keep starting and over and keep changing direction, leads to a lot of frustration because you never get to that place where you really start to monetize. First impressions are very important. New visitors arrive at your blog every day. As more content is developed and optimized, what is their very first impression? It is important to get a very good first impression when people show up to your site. All these visitors are still untapped or not familiarized with you or with the advertising on your blog. Now, to my mind, it is all about building a relationship with people through your content and your brand. You're working hard, building the trust factor with you and building up your brand, and you want that to be a good first impression so that other people are recommending you and your brand to other people. So make sure that you're doing a good job, that you're professional looking, that you've got a nice clean site. It takes time and dedication. Things are not going to happen for you overnight, especially when you're talking about content blogging for monetization. It's going to take some time to really build up that momentum. Don't get frustrated, don't get discouraged, because this is really a great source of income for the long term. Keep it simple and clean. I like to say just because you can doesn't mean you should. Just because you're able to create all these flashy banners and put all these links all over the place and have a 3 or 4 column blogs with just tons of advertising and graphics and everything all over your blog doesn't mean that they should be there. Keep it clean and simple. You want your visitors to get a good first impression, so when they show up there, it's easy to navigate. They can just follow through the flow and do exactly the steps that you want them to take without having to do a lot of guesswork. Because people show up to your blog, if it's not easy for them, they're going to leave and go to your competition. That's not a good thought. Provide good, relative, niche-specific problem-solving content, and that's all there is to that. Make it clear to your visitor what your blog site is about. Don't use clever little titles and taglines just to generate interest to your blog that are not relevant and reveal nothing about the site's content. Now, I found that clarity yields better results than cleverness. You want your visitor to find exactly what they came searching for. When they type in a keyword in that search engine and they find your post, they better find exactly what they're looking for and not some off the subject thing and you just use clever little taglines or keywords and stuff just to get them to your site. First impression needs to be time well spent and enjoyed some serious takeaway. If you get this worked out so people are having that kind of a feeling, they're going to keep coming back and start recommending. They're going to put links back to your blog for other people, to follow from their blogs, known as backlinks. So this is going to be really good for you if you can have a good first impression. Don't use little disposable content just to increase page views and ad impressions. Your goal should be to truly help your visitor that shows up to your blog. In my personal opinion, as that anything else is wasting their time as well as your time. I find that content-rich articles that really give some meat to the visitors are better at generating links and referrals and building traffic. Now, your writing style matters. The The style in which you write your blog post can greatly affect the readership of your blog. Write as if you personally know each person who is reading your blog. Work to develop a relationship with your readers so they feel that they know you. Let them in on your life. Let them get to know the real you. Now, I'm going to give you a word of warning. When you start going one direction and you're letting them get to know you, and that's not the real you, well, this you better be the one that they continue to see, because the moment you change, they might decide to leave too. Remember, I said change is hard for some people to accept, and they possibly are going to leave. Now, be careful. Think credible expert versus friendship. You're going to make a lot of friends throughout your business career, but you need to come across as a credible expert, somebody that knows what they're talking about, the go-to person in that niche that they can count on to get the help that they're looking for. When you show that you care and are interested in your readers, they will become loyal to reading your blog and will help you out by sharing your blog with people they know. This brings you more readers and ultimately more affiliate link click-throughs, and that's your goal, is to just strategically place those links within your post and get people to click on them. You're going to pre-sell them through this content and get people to click on those links. Look at your blog posts from the perspective of your readers. Read them. Especially if you're having your blog posts outsourced, make sure that you read them and make sure that the content is good and that people are going to be accepting of it, and it's going to be something that's really going to help people. Write for readers and not the search engine. And what I'm saying here is a lot of people are really good at coming up with great titles. They're good at finding the right keywords that they need, but the content that they actually put in the blog is really nothing. It's just a bunch of fluff, and it really has no value to the reader. You need to make sure that, yes, it gets recognized in the search engines, but bigger part is that you need to make sure that the content is going to be of something of value to the reader and that they're going to have a good experience. This has been Jeff Wellman on behalf of myself and Paul Counts. We want to thank you and we hope you enjoyed this Rapid Cash Marketing Minute. We look forward to more trainings.